Map number 2, Mad Lions versus Sprout GG. Now, bearing in mind, of course, Mad Lions did win map 1 if you're just tuning in. And the winner of this map, well, the winner of this match will secure themselves playoffs. But if it is Mad Lions, then it will be this map, I suppose.
Julie's from SDY. I want to see him pop off of these. Go full cowboy. He's one of the main players from yesterday. Also from the first game, he was able to pop off and get a bunch of kills. JL as well. The SDY, let's see what he's going to be able to come through. Got one P250 on the side of Sprout. It's going to be Slax with the first kill with it. It's going to be SDY with the Julies, but it's going to be JL with the kills. Picks up 2, Spitty. It's going to be able to get a nice trade-off. 3 versus 2, Warrow and Buzz. They really want to be able to try and get this first round in their pocket. Mad Lions being they want to just close this down, get the series done and out of the way. They don't want another third map on their hands, but Buzz is going to fall down. So does Warrow. They don't stand a chance. It's a first round on the board for Sprout.
And this is a good start for Sprouts. It's exactly what they needed. You know, not only do they... Well, I suppose the most important part is they win the round. I was going to talk about bomb planting, and then I was like, I'm just being dumb. They win the round. So, yay! So they're able to buy in a little bit here. It's not phenomenal, but it's a right side better than what Mad Lions have to show for themselves. And Mad Lions going to have to come up quite big in this round if they're going to want to have any sort of economy to speak of into the next. Ideally, they want to get through this round with 1 or 2 players left alive. Maybe even Yoink and AK, but I think Sprout are going to make that really difficult.
Well, Sprout, they've already taken over the B site pretty much. Bomb is going to need to go down. Spitty, he's looking for some kills. And at this point in time, you really want to try and have these MAC 7 players find as many kills as you can. Getting that extra $600 is really going to make the difference for those tighter rounds later on. So the bomb's going to go down. It's going to get planted. Not a single kill in the map yet, Sam.
That slower style has been something that Mad Lions have kind of leaned into, and even on these pistol rounds. So now they're going to go for a bit of a retake. They're going for a flank, but it's been read so perfectly.
Kill's going to come out. There you go, Mac 10 player. It's going to be Rails to jump down into their presence. He could lose his life if he's not careful, but instead, he's going to be able to pick up 1 for himself. SDY and Spitty. Sideless Wall could try and find some killing each other, but they are going to be hearing each other. They're not seeing each other.
Yeah, I mean, I like to talk a little bit about how it would be cool if Mad Lions could make something happen there, but I think we all knew that it wasn't going to happen. So, unfortunate. Sprout are going to come through, maintaining all of their weaponry from the previous round. Of course, they're not really going to spend too much. You're not going to upgrade too much. They know that they have a huge advantage here. Mad Lions putting a little bit of cash into this. Not a whole hell of a lot, because again, this is a round that you expect to be a bit of a throwaway. Warrior 2K does still have that scout. Maybe he can make something happen this time around. Not going for some crazy flanks. Looking to see if maybe they can get a few kills on the cross.
It's interesting that they've given up any kind of real presence on the B site. They have 1 person there, but JL, he's backed off. So they're just allowing Sprout to push up and try to find their presence. So I think Mad Lions want to try and find as many kills as they can, but they realize that they're just fairly weak on this side. Spitty, though, he's going to get tagged down. That gives SDY a little bit of hope. He's going to be rushing forward with the MP9. He gets the kill, and now they can start wrapping around. They found that first kill. They're going to be backing on over towards B. They're not looking to try and let it go as easily as I initially thought. But a bomb should be going down. It's going to get planted. TM Bros looking to boost one of his teammates. Might find a kill, but no. He's going to spam with the Deagle, and that is going to be a slaughterfest. SDY is going to be able to get 1. That is an AK dropped. They're going to have to make sure that that isn't recovered from the opposition. Smoke is going to go down. This is still possible. Mad Lions trying to cling on to it. It is wall bangable, but we saw what happened yesterday on the opposite side. Rouse, his teammates are just going to slaughter them. Every player dead. Not a chance.
Got a couple of kills out of that, so at least we got that going for us. And I think they did actually manage to take away one of those Galils as well, so we're keeping some guns out of their hands, but not so much that it's done too much of a dent to the economy. They're looking really good, all things considered. This is going to be the first rifle round for Mad Lions. They're also buying into the AWP as well. Warrior2K didn't get too much done with the Scout, but hopefully now, with a little bit more weaponry and a little bit more support, they might be able to make something happen. They're playing a very passive game, surprisingly passive, I would say.
Oh, we're going to be seeing entrance in towards the A side, but it's going to be Buzz. He has been spotted, but he's going to be able to find one. Looking to go in for the spray onto another one, but can't quite find it. He's going to have to be careful. SDY, he's come here to back up his teammates, and this is where it's looking super bad for Sprout. They tried entering in, but they're going to get completely denied.
Look at JL.
Oh, JL sneaking up behind, and I don't know if they're going to have this read on it. Rouse, there you go. He's turned around. He's watching it. He's given up the spot, and he catches it just in time, but Waro takes down Slacks. SDY peeking up in towards this mid position, gets his kill. TM Bro from... is he going to be able to even peek out in time? He may well be able to. Sarri's going to be back on off, though. They have the bomb. And Mad Lions, the map control that they've held on to, this is exactly what we're talking about. Raul's going to be dropping the bomb. It doesn't matter, though. He drops TM Bro as well. AWP hits the knee. Raul's an adventurer, but Star here is. He's still alive and kicking. His first kill this round, and he's got the opportunity of a lifetime, but the spray coming through, it doesn't work out. Buzz goes down. He should know that's the bomb, the B player gone down. He should be able to get the plant. He has no idea where this last player is. Having a player come through Donut when you know they're in AWP, it's going to be super hard to have the read on. And Waro, he's going to be pushing on with the USB, gets a shot in, but not the kill. That was too close for comfort. The 5th round, the board for Sprout.
That is shocking from Mad Lions. Absolutely shocking. They have such a strong advantage in that round. And again, you know, they, like the Lions that they are, man, surrounding their prey and circling in, getting quite a few of those kills, giving themselves a huge numbers advantage. And some heroics from Rolls just completely shuts it down. And to be fair, we saw some similar stuff from Mad Lions on the previous map. So, you know, not terribly out there. But I said the same thing about Sprout when it happened to them. It's terrible, and it should not happen. So that's Mad Lions giving up the round that they should have won, and they're back down on Deagles.
Deagles, and P250s. I think we're about to find any answers with this. Lawrence is going to get tagged down a little bit, but he's still going to be here looking to go for the spray. Doesn't manage to find anything. I think at this point, just take it slow, try to find the kills, and not overextend if you're Sprout at the moment, because as soon as you give him an AK, we've seen what can happen on that front. So taking down Warrior2K is probably one of the best things you can do right now. He has been a really good player, JL, though. Topping the charts here. Gets that kill. That's intentional recovery of a weapon. Buzz decides not to properly block out that smoke, but it doesn't really matter in the end, because he's going to be able to use it to his advantage. He drops one down to help out his teammate, TM Bro, who he has 14 HP. Had Eagle in hand, the Dream as well. Buzz has been spotted. Get wrapped in on this front. TM Bro has to hit this first headshot. And it's going to be Buzz with one of his own before it's going to get traded off. But now TM Bro is going to be in a super difficult position. The smoke's going to come out. He can't really go anywhere, but SDY is here to answer the problem. He's going to kill the bomb planter before you can get it down. And now it Slacks in a 1v3. He can't do anything. The headshot coming out from TM Bro. The Deagles reign.
I feel like this is one of those rounds where, so Mad Lions lose the previous round and they're just like, the hell were we doing? Kind of pull up your bootstraps a little bit there. They come out swinging on this one. A much better performance in that round. A round that I didn't really expect them to come out on top of, but good stuff. See if they can pivot off of that a little bit as Sprout find themselves in a bit of a rough spot here. Despite winning so many rounds, Mad Lions have kept them so expensive that in this round, it's a little bit broken. It's a little bit broken.
Yeah, and you do like to see this kind of Mad. Oh, that's what you get. You try to shoot through something, Sam. You're gonna have some bullets land back your way. I'll do it again. Slacks. He's gonna be able to take down Molotov from player there. So here, trying to find an opening, Spiddy in towards Donut. And we haven't got as much map control from the side of Mad Lions, and that does concern me, because that's really what their playstyle is dominant on. They have to try and take map control fairly early on, and if they fail, it's usually where they end up crumbling. So I'm not feeling too confident on this front. They still have a chance, especially as We're not going to be seeing the presence over towards B on the side of Sprout, but over towards Donut. Buzz is trying to block them off, being able to get that rotational position. Slacks is not going to get anything. Buzz finds two, one through the smoke, one as he jumps on through. Slacks, he's not going to notice that there's a player on his right. There's no way he's going to be able to read into this. Three of them left, and it's going to be the rotation on over. He spots him. It's going to be the headshot. Tiembro comes awake. And now he's got an AWP in his hands. I'm interested to see how he's going to show off with this. CT. He's going to get completely blinded. The players playing off each other fantastically, and now Lung's going to be left in a difficult spot. And Tiembro with the AWP in hand. He heard us. He heard us down talking his game style, and here we go.
Back. Guess who's back with a brand new rap, I suppose. Getting back into it quite handedly. That round actually starts off concerning because of the sheer amount of chip damage that lands on the Sprout players. So they're all very low as we get into the mid to late game. And Mad Lions are just able to clean up a little bit there. Okay, sure, a solid headshot would deny a lot of the damage that comes through from Mad Lions, a lot of that cleanup, those cleanup kills. But unfortunately, Sprout just... This was something we'd said in the previous map, but Mad Lions seem to outgun them a little bit.
I think this is going in that way of what happened in that first in Mirage. Actually, we saw some really convincing rounds from Sprout come out. Obviously on the reverse side, but then it started to flip, and we saw Mad Lions come alive. And I think that's what's happening right now, is that they're building up that economy again. They've got a healthy level. You look at it right now, how much money they've got in the bank.
Well, we know how important having that little bit of cash can be. And yeah, Mad Lions have done very well the last few rounds. And again, this kind of shows how important that pistol round can be in gaining momentum and getting that snowball going. But unfortunately, it hasn't done enough. Mad Lions do well to start bringing things back in their favor, which is very, very important. And it shows the sign of a tenacious team. So thankfully they got that going for them. What they don't have, however, is a lot of util. Oh, geez, okay.
So what's interesting is that the bomb is now going down. Buzz was not playing over here, so they're going to be playing in for a retake scenario. This is fine. But there's an extra smoke that's being able to go down. They were able to enter into this fairly easily, but... Oh. There is still some util, and oh, JL and Buzz just slaughter Lynx and Rouse, who decide to play way over aggressive. They're going to lose their life and potentially throw away the round. Ooh, because they needed to play a little bit more confidence. But instead, they're going to be able to find a couple of kills here. It's going to have to be Spitty finds one, but not the third, as his teammate gets another. But Slacks couldn't quite pull it off, as Warriors would be able to take him down.
I do love a chaotic round. I really do. But unfortunately, that didn't go the way Sprout had envisioned, I suppose. That A site can be a bit of a sticky one. Unfortunately, just can't make that one happen. And they get a lot of kills as well. They have a really good grouping for themselves, so they have a pretty good angle onto a lot of those players. But because it's just so back and forth, they wind up down to the last player. And Waro 2K with an AWP, and when he's on point, he's on point. He may not be at the top of the scoreboard right now, but we know what he's capable of. So when the chips are down, in terms of that round, maybe not the game, but in terms of that round, the chips definitely were down. He came up just big enough to secure that round. And as you had mentioned, the economy in the previous round, yeah, they're still sitting pretty. Despite having lost 4 of their players in that round, they're fine. They're able to buy in very well. I mean, it's perfect, basically. And even if they lose this round, they're still going to be okay into the next. But I don't see them losing this round. Sprout GG, the best they've got right now is a scout.
Oh, that was almost so flat. I'm still facepalming from the over-aggression into the last round. They pushed through in towards CT, and as soon as they did that, it was kind of just game over for the side of Sprout. They went ham. If they just waited, played around those tunnel positions, they may well have had something in the books, because there was a incendiary grenade, a smoke, and 2 flashes, if I recall correctly, on the side of ex-Mad Lions to try and take back the A site. And so as soon as those 2 players push through, it just weakens the whole structure of that A hold. They had no one in tunnels. They had no one going onto that CT side. And although they were able to make it down to a 2v1, it was just so ever so close. And they could have just taken that round super easily. And because of that over-aggression, I think that's going to cost them dearly.
Well, it cost them the last round, and of course it will have cost them this round because it cost them their economy. But into the next, hopefully they'll be able to bounce back a little bit, and it would be the perfect time to do so. Mad Lions will go up 5-4 here. If Sprout can win the next round, you know, they even things out a little bit, so can't be all bad. But it feels like their approaches to these rounds have been very... I said the word chaotic in the last, and it really has felt like that. They try to adapt their approach from round to round. We're not seeing a lot of the same stuff over and over and over again, so I do like that they're attempting new things. But Mad Lions just seem to be very much in control, and it's quite similar to what we saw earlier on Mirage. So Sprout struggling to find the answer. I think the answer is aggression, but I think it's controlled aggression. 2 rounds back, that was just a little bit too much. It was chaotic, it was loose, it was unstructured, and I mean, we saw the results of that.
Too much aggression can cost you dearly, but not enough can also be super negative. Oh, that spray. If that being a headshot to stay here, imagine how mad you'd feel right now. Oh, and he's waited for it perfectly. Absolutely beautiful gameplay. He shuts down TM Bro. Woro, he's there to answer. If he can wait for the smoke to disappear, he should be able to find a kill, but he's going to be moving at the wrong time, but he still catches this player off guard. And there's no trade that is going to happen as the incendiary grenade goes through. They are going to be having to back off on that, and they catch Blanks off by himself. It's that aggressive play, trying to go for the wall bangs from TM Bro, really actually worked out massively well for the side of Mad Lions as they're able to get those kills. Buzz goes down. Woro, though, him and his teammate in towards this mid position. SDY looking to try and play a bit with the double peek, and bomb should go down over towards B. The question is, can they actually hold it this time? They weren't able to last time. Rails is in a little bit of a hot spot if he gets pushed. Flash coming out. Woro in towards tunnels. 3 of them from the CT side. They're going to be entering in pretty much from 1 facet. Maybe 2 if you go in from the other tunnel here. Spitty in a decent spot. Finds the first. JL goes down. Key player. Woro down as well. Now let's see why he doesn't get a chance to run away. As Spitty's like, nope, come back here. You're mine.
I like that. A little bit of a fake over towards B, and okay, they lose a couple of players in the contact, but they're able to shift over towards A. They are able to get the bomb down, and they're able to push quite far into the back of the site, which is really, really important because you don't want your post plant to be covering 1 or even just 2 of the possible angles. If you can take a little bit more of that space, much like what Mad Lions have been doing for a lot of these rounds, then you're denying their point of entry. So it works out quite nicely for them. They haven't really managed to do anything to the economy, though, so this is going to be a pretty important make-or-break round for this half.
Banks is ready over towards the side, but Buzz is going to be able to find a kill. He has to find this trade instantaneously. It's not going to happen, though. He goes down. Buzz coming alive. He might be able to find another one for himself, but he's going to be tacked down heavily. More into the ground. And just Sprout just get completely demolished. Super fast A hit because they were like, oh, this is easy. We can do this. No, you cannot. Completely denied. But Mad Lions are going to be able to read up onto this and be like, nope, we're going to be position ourselves in such a way, and we're going to punish you. Over aggression, though, could come through. JL. He's now going to be shutting down this A spot, and you know what? This allows him to play this aggressive spot from TM Bro. He's going to be able to find one, finds the legs of another. He gets the headshot, but not the kill. Now it's going to be the flash coming through, and they're going to be looking to shut him down. Flashing from both sides, and JL backstabs him and gets the kill. But you know what, Buzz? Well played.
Yeah. I mean, Buzz was one of the players that had come up so big yesterday, so unsurprising to see him doing really well again today. And, you know, something that you had noted... Mad Lions reading into Sprout, and again, that adaptability. We saw it a lot on Mirage as well. Sprout go to the A site. Mad Lions are like, no, we're not going to let you do that twice in a row. And they managed to shut that down quite nicely. And it's these quick rotations from Mad Lions. They don't stagnate. They're not terribly hesitant. They move with a purpose, which is why the fake on B over to and then shift over towards A worked out so well for Sprout because Mad Lions are so decisive, and that might be something they could use to leverage against them.
shot onto JL. Unfortunately, grenade hadn't followed up with it. Otherwise, that would have been beautiful. But oh, that grenade! It did. In total, it did close to 100 damage. Oh, sorry, close to 70 damage there. But Warwick doesn't manage to find a kill. He's going to have to fall back off this one. The grenade. Oh, he thought about it. He's going to have to back off instead. Flash could be going out, going for the quick peek. Doesn't work out for him. JL and his teammates going to be here. They've got a bit of a rotation coming through. They're going to be switching up guns. As JL is only on 21 HP. SD1 onto Larynx. That's going to be unfortunate. You don't want to be losing that player. Warren and Co. backing on over towards A. They're like, we've seen this before. We've read the book. It's a fake. But this time it's not. They're going to be looking to enter in over towards the B's site. JL still with the AWP. He's got a clean line here. Some util really needs to be used out on towards him, but if you look at the util on the side of Sprout, it's only going to be 2 smokes. So they have to be used in tandem at the right spot, and here we go. SDY, he's going to hear the footsteps going for the spray. He's not going to be able to land anything. Instead, he's going to be flashing himself out on towards sites. JL, 1 HP, gets tagged down by the Mag-10, but still going to be alive. Flash goes out. SDY is going to be ducking in. He's going to get killed instead. He loses his life. The headshot from the Mag-10 at JL. Look to see if he could do anything this time. Switch back on over towards the M4A1. It's going to be working out perfectly for him just in time to catch Rouse off guard. Now the bomb is down, but it's in a wall-bangable spot. But he has to hit this headshot. He does. It's a nice spray up onto it. 3-2. This is time to call it back off. Try to save the AWP. 1 HP is going to find it hard. And I don't think they should really go for the full push on this front. They want to try and save their weapons.
What I find really interesting about this round, so I was saying Sprout need to leverage Mad Lions' decisive rotations against them. And actually, the complete opposite winds up happening. Mad Lions, in their attempt to make the correct adaptations, read into the situation and think, okay, like you said, we've seen this before. So they start to make that rotation. And in the meantime, it's Sprout that are just pulling back and purposefully trying to force that rotation out. It's like the double bluff, and it works out incredibly well for them. We're evened out now. Oh, man. Wow. Jeez.
Even if the flash is coming in, there's a preempt squad going to be going for Buzz. Even with that over-aggression, he gets the kill because TM goes down. What? He had like 2 HP and he finds another. Sprout. That's not allowed.
That's illegal. Yeah.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I was about to say it's illegal, but I was like, does that fit in? It does. You do it perfectly. Rouse. There's just no way. That was...
What a round.
Started off with Warrior and it ends with him too.
I mean, that round was just aggression. Mad Lions have so had enough of Sprout's shenanigans. Push out very, very aggressively, take control of the space. And I think they probably realized that Sprout were going to be pushing towards B again because they've had a few A postures, but the majority of their pushes have been over towards the B site, case in point. So they push out really strong out of B, and they just mow all the players down. And it's great. It's a great read from Mad Lions.
Team bro. Killed Molly. Burns him alive. We're round 14. We've only got 2 rounds left. This is the second last one of this. Oh, but JL's going to be able to find a nice spray down. Team bro is actually going to find that first one. Never mind. JL has to be a little bit careful. He's going to be low, very low on bullets. Even more so, SDY is going to be coming out from behind. 9-7 at the moment on the KD. Is he going to be able to find a single one though? Rouse is pretty hard pushed up in towards his position. We'll just wall bang him. Just get a shot through that. No, instead he's going to be able to find one. Maybe even a second. Doesn't quite. Buzz is going to be able to get that one for himself. Interesting round.
1 kill in the eco round. Not great. Would have wanted to get a little bit more out of it. But they're in a slightly better position than they were on the previous map in the last round and a half. Because, yeah, previously they was down on pistols. This time around, however, they've actually got some weaponry available to them. Mad Lions with a very, maybe not a strong lead, but a lead nonetheless. Sprout looking to close that gap ever so slightly by the end of this round. And it's actually Mad Lions, despite having won a few rounds, that are in a little bit of a tough spot. You take a look at Warrior 2K and, yeah, he's going to struggle a little bit here. Unfortunately, they just don't, unless he's just like scrolled out and I'm being debated because that happens so often. 2 Do you think he's got an M4 hiding up his sleeve?
There's a AWP in front of him.
Oh, fair enough. There you go. Debated. I don't look at the floor. Who looks at the floor?
Well, dead bodies. Let's see if he's going to end up there. Sprout, they're struggling here. They have to try and win this one. And you know what? They are going on to the more favorable side. They've managed to get 6 rounds on the board, which is really good. And it might just be enough. Obviously, more rounds than we saw from the side of
Heat, yeah.
Heat yesterday. So, it's not hopeless. But they're gonna. I'm interested to see how they're going to play on the opposite side. Lawrence has just not been awake though. He was their strong carry in that first game. And he's only got 3 kills this side, so I think his CT side really has to come through. I am definitely impressed by Mad Lions on this map. Their knowledge and execution style has been really good. Sprout have definitely been put the pressure on them, so it's not been as easy as it could be. Slacks has been spotted. He's going to get sprayed at, but he's going to be rushing. He's hungry. He wants this kill. He knows there's a player there, but he's too slow to react. And now, instead, he's going to lose his head. Rouse takes down JL. The opener kill over towards B, but they're too slow to react on it. The bomb is still down towards T spawn. Meanwhile, Spiddy is looking to back up. He's one of the players we obviously called out. Said you need to be doing a little bit better. And you know what? He has done this game. Let's see if he can find this kill in towards mid. He does. That's going to be TM Bro going down. Another player we called out who is... he's actually top fragging along with Buzz on this front. So well played to him. He's not just a support player. An interesting spot. Warrior goes down. It's to here. Looking to enter in. Another key player. SDY falls. This could be... well, this should be the 7th round on the board for them. But the spray could be coming out from Buzz. Until he falls, I'm not going to say it's over. He still has an opportunity here. One shot, one opportunity. Well, Buzz is going to be peeking around. He might be able to get this one. He does. Lonks is going to go down. 3 left to go. None of them full HP. You can one-shot, headshot every single one of these players. 80 bullets left in the mag, but Spiddy, he's just in such fantastic counter position. Swings out wide, gets the kill. And that's going to be the first half in the bag. Mad Lions, 8-7 on the map pick of Sprout GG. Stick around. We're going to go into a quick break.
Welcome back to the second half. Mad Lions in the lead again at the half, 8-7. A little bit closer than what we saw on the previous map, but now Sprout GG find themselves on the CT side, perfectly positioned to bring things back in their favor and maybe even tie us up at the end of the series.
A perfect tie would allow us to go to the third map, Inferno, my favorite map, one of the most interesting to watch in my opinion. Ancient close second at the moment for me. Been really enjoying watching these matches come through. We do have 2 pair of dualies, this time on Rouse and Slacks, so obviously a much more powerful team. They've got 2 extra guns on their side compared to the opposition, so that means they must be better. 2 P250s on the side of ex-Mad Lions. I am impressed with Mad Lions today. They've woken up with a little bit more strength in their step, and Moro, he's not been doing amazingly on Ancient, but he's been doing a decent amount. He's kind of taking the place of Tiembro from the first game. Switching over towards the T side, he's definitely going to have to shine a little bit harder because I think Sprouts are going to be looking to shut them down fairly hard and take their map pick. Take it all the way to the next map, and here we go. Execution in towards the A side. They're ready on it. One's going to be going down. Oh, it's going to be able to get the first kill. So here doesn't really stand much of a chance. Now the retake situation has to come through. The Julie gang are going to be coming out blasting. Do initial a little bit of damage. Get a couple of headshots out as well. They're going to be looking to slaughter the side of the T's, but now it's only going to be the 2 Julie players left alive and standing, trying to do what they can to be able to charge out, but they know that as soon as they do, they may end up losing their lives. It's going to be last one left alive. It's going to be Rousey. He's going to be able to find 2 peeks out. He's got the Julies, but not the win. JL left with 3 HP after being headshot.
Oh, that is heartbreaking. To bring it so close and unfortunately have it yoinked away at the very last second. Mad Lions? I think this is the second time that we're seeing the T side manage to actually plant a bomb or win the round. So they're going to have quite a bit of cash for themselves into this one. Not perfect by any means, obviously, but definitely going to be enough to take down the Sprout side. I mean, I say that, but we've seen some egregious anti-ecos in this series, in fact. Never mind just in the history of time, so...
Oh, you have to hit those.
Yeah.
That was shots you hit. That has to be one of them. Langus is going to be in a good position, though, to try and counter their aggression, but he's going to have to hit a lot of shots with this Deagle. They're going to be peeking him as well. He hits the headshot nonetheless. Warrow is put to sleep. Lays on the ground like his AWP was at the start of last half. He's going to get recovered, and he makes it away. A little bit of damage, but only 11. That's what you want to be seeing from his side. And wow, Sprout going to be coming out in fruition, just slaughtering them. Buzz does find stuff here, but you know, the damage is already done. You've only got 2 players left standing, 2 AKs. Galil in the hand of your opposition. It's really not what you want to be seeing. Deagle shot misses. Information play, though. Absolutely fantastic. Famis is going to get picked up. This means that there's 2 rifles, a sniper, and a Deagle in the hands of Sprout. Got some util. Aggressive play over towards a main. He slacks with the tag. He does get the tag this time, but not the kill. Lanx is going to be backing up. That tag is actually going to make all the difference here. Sprout. Down, and that's the wipe. That is embarrassing.
Did the bomb go down?
No.
I didn't think so. Oh, that's unlucky. They tried. Yeah, what did I say? Egregious anti-ecos. It happens. Somehow. And it's really rough for Mad Lions. I mean, there's a multitude of reasons why teams lose anti-ecos. The most prevalent 2 that I can think of are teams that are ecoing do crazy shenanigans that the anti-eco team don't expect, which was not the case in that round. And the other reason being that the team that's on the anti-eco gets a little too confident, which I think is probably the answer to what happened.
So that is going to be losing his life. That's a decent trade coming out. Bro, it's going to be able to hit those that Deagle shot on him. Before Buzz does fall down. One of the key players for ex-Mad Lions at the moment. But they want to piss around. They haven't managed to... Well, they decided not to actually go and recover that gun, even though it was actually... Without their knowledge, it is free for them to go and get if they so wish. They've, you know, a couple of Eagles here. Tech 9 there. Ideally, they need that rifle to be able to make it properly work for them. That's going to be an interesting smoke. Be able to block off that donut position, and they're going to be pushing up against him as well. Rouse is going to be a catch from guard, though. He's going to be able to hit the first headshot. He's got enough bullets in the mag to be able to find them. One bullet in the chamber left, though. Lanks over towards tunnels. Realization of the bomb is down in towards donut, and all they have to do is control this, and the round is theirs, and we could be seeing a 9-9 finish to this round, which honestly, not too surprised about with this buy, though, Sam.
Yeah. I mean, Mad Lions didn't really have a whole hell of a lot to come into this one. So if Sprout had lost this, I would have been shocked, to say the very least. And again, we have seen some very surprising eco rounds. They're keeping it expensive, though, which is, you know, the best you can hope for, I suppose.
I'm still surprised we haven't seen that first initial gun picked up. So we're going to have to see Warrior try to pick up the 7-4 and now stay alive, which he will do. I don't think they're going to play aggressive against him. They haven't got enough in the bank, and now he's not going to have enough money for armor next round. He could just buy half armor, which means obviously no head armor, which is going to be a little bit annoying, but at the end of the day, just an M4 into this round so that they're not going to buy into anyway. Makes sense.
Yeah. It's a rough spot for Mad Lions. The one hero rifle. And look, to be fair, we've actually seen rounds where the hero rifle leads to some phenomenal plays, but this round ain't gonna be one of them.
Well, nice and early. I do appreciate it. There's, well, no more utility left on the side of Mad Lions, and the wallbang is about to come out. No, Spitty. Unfortunate for you, mate. But Team Bro was tagged down. It's got 60 HP left, so single dink from an M4 would take him out at a distance, even the next shot. They're looking for something here. Slacks has been tagged. He's obviously sticking with that scout until he needs to upgrade. He's only got 550 in the bank, so he can't really afford much else. So he's helping the rest of his team out buying a few things. So here should get a couple of kills here. Warrior has no chance versus an MP9 at that close range. They're going to be going in for the spray, but they're going to get shot in tandem by one of the opposition. And Sprouts looking fairly healthy. They at holding on to this and being able to pick up the 10th round, taking the round advantage, which is the first time since the start of this match.
Yeah. Let's see if they can actually... I think they did... Yeah, they did win the pistol at the very beginning, and then it was just all downhill from there, so hopefully they can bring it back.
It was similar to what I said happened in the game yesterday, is that a bunch of rounds went over. As soon as Mad Lions were able to build up some stability on their economy, kind of went the other way. But talking of which, Mad Lions, they're going to be coming in hungry, trying to roar. And now Warrior's going to be able to pick up one. Look at the peek around the corner, but it's going to be the Deagles coming through, and they're going to get absolutely slaughtered. The bomb, it doesn't even get a chance to go down. That's extra cash lost.
Well, at the very least, keeping it close and keeping it expensive. Not so much, of course, that Sprout aren't going to be able to buy, but they are teetering on a knife's edge at the moment. As much as they have been able to get those rounds away, which I suppose is the really important part, just make sure that that score keeps climbing, it has put them in a potentially dangerous situation. They have opted for the double AWP here, though, so interestingly enough, not playing passive with that, but actually opting to push out reasonably aggressive, try and force Mad Lions back, slow down their pace.
There's going to be a wallbang coming through, but JL, he's going to be looking to play counter-aggressive out through the smoke. Decides actually not to go full-on. He's got Slacks with the AWP this time. He has upgraded. He looks away, unfortunately, at the wrong time. If he had stayed there a couple of seconds longer, he would have been able to catch Buzz off guard. Potentially, instead, he rotates on over. Spots out TMBro's head. Off, the wallbang comes out, and JL takes down Sahir, who, fortunately, had his groin shot in. Still alive and kicking. He's going to be able to find two. Can't quite find a third. Look at this. He's going to catch him off guard. He almost threw it though. But Warro still alive. He's got to do a lot to try and answer for this. He's woken up a little bit coming into the second half, but he's got a lot to account for. Gets the kill. But doesn't know any other information as to where the other players are. And unfortunately for him, they know exactly where he is. It's going to be Slacks going down, and so is Spitty. Warro does it again, pulls out a clutch. Finally, going to go positive on his KD.
Oh man, what a round. There's literally the last round repeated twice in a row. Warro in a 1v3 at the end of the round. And in the previous round, he couldn't make it stick. But in this round, he actually does pretty well at isolating the 1v1s. And okay, just being able to isolate the 1v1s isn't... It's not the end of your job. You then still have to win those 1v1s. And given how low his HP was, it's really impressive that he's actually able to do that. So he gets another score on the board, another point on the board for Mad Lions, evening out the score line. But still, that economy, again, you know, we keep talking about it because it is so important. And Mad Lions in a bit of a rough spot here. I think Waro, yeah, there's the AWP. I'm not getting fooled this time. I know he saved that from the previous round. But Sprout with only the 2 rifles, 2 deagles, and a scout. A scout for Sprout. See if they can make it sing.
They had a high investment in the last round. They brought up 2 AWPs, and honestly, it worked. Lawrence did fantastically with it. He managed to pick up 2, and we saw Slacks pick up another with his AWP on TM Bro, but at the end of the day, just didn't quite work out. Now TM Bro is going to get acted like bait. He's going to get slapped apart. So is JL. How are you falling like this? Spinny picks up a double with a single mag. And that's really not what we want to be seeing here. Lanx with the Deagle doesn't need an AWP. He's going to take it anyway. Now, the question is, Mad Lions, can they clutch this off? I don't think so. I think it's going to be fairly hard pressed in a 2 versus 5 situation as Sam. I mean, Rails has no armor whatsoever, but with AWP, it's going to shut them down. Should we 11th round on the board for Sprout?
I don't know. Buzz is still alive. It's doable, even if the odds are very much not in his favor. Nah, okay. I tried to believe, but unfortunately, not going to be the case. Sprout with a very nice round there. I like the aggression out of B main. It's something that we haven't seen terribly often from Sprout, taking a lot of control of the space over on the B side. I will say that in both of the halves, something that has surprised me is the lack of mid presence. More so, I think, from the CT sides, but even the T sides, I would expect a little bit more, as we're seeing it now, I suppose. But again, you know, they just get the one player through, get him into position, and then back out. But there's very little actual control there.
Yeah, they try pushing over towards B. They're going to be able to get over towards site, but they're just going to get slaughtered. This is just absolute slaughter on the side of, obviously, Sprout. Managed 2 kills on Slacks to here and 1 on Spitty. Really well played.
I suppose, again, that was to be expected. Mad Lions didn't have a whole lot coming into that round. And I mean, you could even see it in the way that they played it. They all just kind of ran in onto the B side and ran straight into Sprout's crosshairs. What more do you do in that round, unfortunately? What makes it really rough, though, is that they would have wanted to maybe get a kill or 2. You try to go for the death ball thing. You see if you can maybe get a couple of kills, and it doesn't work out. So now you have Eagles. And, okay. Not terrible.
Spoke so too soon. You're going to have to eat your words like he ate those bullets. But Slayer going to be peeking out on both sides and finds a 3K for himself. Now it's the Glock. Tries to pick up a deal. Unfortunately, him rouses there and is it's not going to let him get away with that.
Nice try. 1 kill for your troubles. Oof. Sprout's on a bit of a runaway here. This is what we were concerned with for Mad Lions. I mean, we said Sprout needed a good buffer coming into the CT side, and they did exactly that. It wasn't a perfect scoreline for them, but it was enough to pivot off of. Mad Lions really, really struggling here on this T side. It was what we saw yesterday. Their T side seems to be the rougher of the 2, and they're not quite getting the results they would have wanted.
Gonna be lamps. The spray, trying to see what they can do. We're gonna be able to find one, and they have to try and get the prize trade though. But he's gonna slaughter them. So here finds another one towards TM Bro now. Buzz, last one left alive in a 1v3. I just don't think this is even really realistically possible for him. He has the bomb. Molly goes out. That should be a shot in the dark here from the AWP, but instead it's gonna miss. Slacks a little bit disappointed on that front, but the grenade's still gonna be coming out, doing a little bit more damage. Means even a leg shot should kill him. And look who's coming up behind him. It's going to be Spitty, the spider, crawling along. Now he's going to hold this position. And when you know you've got your prey pretty much cornered, you just sit back and relax. Wait for them to come to you, and Buzz, he's going to do exactly that. The smoke's going to disobey. He gets the headshot. That's the start you want. This is where Spitty's going to get a little bit worried of like, okay, well, do I actually go in for the push? He doesn't need to. Stahir's got this.
Oh, that's a little heartbreaking, I think. Obviously, Buzz trying to replicate what Warrior 2K did a couple rounds back and just not able to make it happen. Sprout, 1 round away from match point. And this is, we talk about the knife's edge rounds, and this is very much one of those for Mad Lions. They're investing into this, they're forcing into this, but if they lose this round, yeah, sure, they'll have, you know, a bit of cash to work with, but it's not great. I mean, this is a round that they need to win for a multitude of reasons.
Grenade. Timber's going to be really pissed off with that, I imagine. Sprout just showing their ability to be able to say, like, yeah, I mean, you let us get too many rounds.
Yeah.
And I think that's obviously the case. I don't think they should have been gifted or allowed so many rounds on their T side. What was it, 6, if I remember correctly? 6 rounds. Still too many. Double of what, obviously, Mad Lions gave the team yesterday. Heat. Well, see if they're going to be able to do anything on this front. It looks like it's going to be a B hit, but rotation potentially going to be coming out. And you know what? Buzz, he could be the key player here. If he can push up in towards that CT position, play aggressive against them, that could be really working wonders for them. Because at the moment, he's going to be the key. Slacks, Spitty, they're going to be double peeking him. It could be the kills. It's going to be Buzz. He finds one. He should have an idea. There's another player here, but Spitty pushes out. He's going to go down as well. This is the execution that they needed, the sign for them to be able to do something. But stay here, he's going to be in such a difficult spot right now. 7k in the bank, 87 HP, M4. They're going to be cutting him off. He doesn't find the kill.
Oh my god, Buzz.
TM Bro down to 1 HP, and this is going to be a save. You don't even bother going for this.
That round was all Buzz. That mid presence that I was talking about a little bit earlier on that I'd been waiting to see. Finally, someone takes control of a very, very empty mid. And that was kind of the point. It's that the CT side leaves it so open, and it's basically free real estate. And it's taken Mad Lions a bit of time to figure that out. And they do so, and they manage to get a round win off the back of it. And what's really important is, of course, they're able to pick up a few of these guns that they were able to take away from Sprout, and knowing how much they invested in. Oh man.
Dear bro, catches Langs off guard. How would you not check around you?
Seriously.
What I will say, Buzz playing over aggressive towards the CT position was stupid. They don't have the, like, they can buy him into this one. I don't think it was worth that risk, because they have to have the economy to buy into this round and the following rounds every single time, which they can do technically, but you know, it's risky.
Hey, high risk, high reward. Another round on the board here. Mad Lions still have a bit of an uphill battle ahead of them.
It's going to be Rowls pushing through. They should be able to catch JL off guard. It's going to be the Molly. What a fantastic execute. Sprout just showing their prowess. They're trying to push up in towards mid here. TM Bro is already going to be tagged down slightly. They're looking to take this presence, like you mentioned, but they've lost a big part of the map. And as long as this position over towards B is taken by the CTs, they're at a big disadvantage, because Sprout know that they're going to be even coming through mid or they're going over to A. There's no really anywhere else, and it's a really good opportunity for them to be able to get collapsed in on as well. If they can kill one of those players in towards B, that opens up massive opportunities for them. Rowls lining up the wall bang, waiting for something to happen here. He realizes that Splash could be a little bit of a distraction. TM Bro looking to do his best Buzz impression. Can't quite find anyone here. He's a little bit risky, unsure of himself, not checking out all his angles. He didn't check out back behind him, just hoping that no one's there. Luckily for him, there is no one at the moment. And he could cross right over towards B at the moment. No one's there. But he's got the rotation held. And he's realizing, okay, he has to hold his nerve, has to stay there. Slacks coming in, looking to try and hit these shots in towards the players from Donut. SDY is going to be able to pick up 2. Spitty's going to be able to take down Aworo. The flick for their AWP. Slacks position as well. No, and he can't do anything. He crumbles to here. 1v3. Gets the first headshot. The bomb goes down. He's got control of it. Flash is going to be going out, looking to try and hold on to it. 2 flashes from either way. Cancel each other out. But the smoke is going to be doing its work. He's going to have to reload, and this is going to be given an opening. The bomb is going to be going down. He's going in for the spray, but it's not going to work. He's going to end up having to go and run away. It was so close. He did some damage, but that's going to have to be a save.
Map control. That was so cool to watch. It felt like It was like watching music. It was so well orchestrated. I love it. Again, that mid presence again, but this time they do it a lot more slowly. They pull those rotations. They kind of get Sprout to start moving away relatively early on. So once that movement starts happening, like you mentioned, TMB is able to cover the cross. And as soon as someone tries to walk in, he's able to get that kill. And so they start slowly mowing down the few players that are still left alive. They get themselves in onto the A site quite nicely. It's a little touch and go there in the 2v1. I think that could have gone either way. We've seen some very impressive clutches. Mad Lions able to make it work for themselves. Going to buy up into this round, sitting pretty. And Sprout, they were 1 point away from match point, still are, I suppose. But economically, they're in a bit of a tight spot.
Backs against the walls, Sprout could crumble under this one if they're not careful. They haven't taken the control that they'd usually want to over towards B. They've been denied that pleasure. They're focusing a little bit more on mid. It's a little bit too late, and they've had to give up over towards B. So the counter-aggression could really come through, and they're just being held back at the moment. And Buzz, he's in a key position. They're going to be going in for the bruise, but they're going to get absolutely slapped. The deal comes through, but Spinny gets the kill. That's the trade you want, but unfortunately losing a player. Not ideal. AK. Warrior's going to be looking to play aggressive with it. Don't know if you want the AK or AWP in this game. I think you probably want to stick with that AK rather. Team Roy's going to be in a key position. They're going to be playing up aggressive. He's going to be able to find a frag. The trade's not out there yet, but Rails follows through, gets the kill. The bomb is still in control of the T's though, and Mad Lions, they're just going to be pushing aggressive. They want the kills. This could be another round in the bag. Lamps, he's in the cubby right now. They could go for the spray against him. Please just shoot through that wall. Make my day. Instead, T-Ramp's going to be the place that they decide to bounce off from. In towards mids, we have Slacks, but he's going to be too late to be able to do anything in this scenario. Slacks knows what is going on. There is a Molotov in their mids. If this is not used to try and cut off them this position, they may well regret it. Instead, it goes to another one. They know where he is. They're going to be able to take a couple of shots. They're going to be able to take him, but now it's a 1v1. This is an opener. Roy could easily fool. There's going to be 15 seconds left on the clock. He just has to run for the hills, go over towards B and plant in such a way in which he doesn't get spotted out by this player. This is an awkward plant. I'm not going to lie. It's not the ideal, but it's an understandable one. He had to try and protect himself from that donut position. Slacks is going to be coming from a different spot, though. And now if you're Warrior, you're realizing, okay, I have no idea where this player is. You have to bait them out, try to get the spot out. And Warrior's in a decent position to try and take this player if they go for the defuse. He hears the tap. Doesn't quite believe it. Now he's given up his position, but he's able to fall back, play a little bit more safe. And AWP's going to be coming around. He gets taken down 6 HP on Slacks with a defuse. He had plenty of time.
Not even close. I mean, Slacks had a relatively slow start to this map, so it's nice to see. Slacks and Longs, in fact, had pretty slow starts to the map, but it's nice to see that they've really had a good resurgence. And, you know, the two players that we had mentioned needed to kind of step up a little bit more here, Rolls and Spitty. They've done that. They've done very, very well to crawl their way back into this and start to perform the way that we more or less expect them to. But it's match point now. Mad Lions still do have weapons in their hands. Sprout in a bit of a tight spot.
AWP is going to fall down, and so is the AK as Sprout. They just slaughter Mad Lions. Gifted a couple of kills. AK sprays through, but Stay is going to be playing safe. He wants nothing to do with that fight. He goes in for a bit of a wallbang with Buzz. He's back up to his old tricks. Rotating back on through. He's being spotted. A little bit of damage over to him as well. Interesting. Doesn't manage to return any of the favor. Looks back over towards Donut. He should be known of here, but it's going to be Slacks just holding a lower position, waiting for someone to peek in. But instead, flicks up. Mad Lions just falling apart. And just keep in mind, if they hadn't given those 3 rounds over to Sprout on the first half, we'd be in a very different position right now. Waro. How'd you even die in that spot? That is very unfortunate. And now SDY left in a 1v4 clutch scenario. And I honestly do not have high hopes for him. As Laux comes up behind him, slaughters him